Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scrapman bringing you a comments and questions episode. So after months of requests, Scrapman, please make a face cam. Scrapman, can you get a face cam? Could you use a face cam? When's face cam? Face cam vids. Use the face cam now. Face cam. Buy a face cam. Are you fat? Wait, that last one wasn't supposed to be. Well, as of last week, I've finally introduced Facecam to the channel. I've got some lighting, I've got a camera, I've got a green screen, I got the entire thing, so let's see how you all reacted to it. You are uglier than I thought. Your face is so ugly, but I like your videos. Yo, ugly Scrapman. I'm sorry. I'm being honest. You are ugly though. No, not the face cam. So ugly, no. Scrapman, why are you so handsome? You look good. You look so cool. Nice haircut, Scrap, and mustache on fleek, beard is boss too. What a face, man. So cute. P.S. I love your face. Well, would you make up your minds? Or better yet, maybe my looks shouldn't matter. Alright, so some of you don't like the way I look. That's cool, but at least you got the webcam, right? So you're happy. Remove the face cam. I love the face cam. Can you not have a face cam? I love the face cam. No face cam. New face cam! It's like getting free DLC! No face cam, please. And I like the face cam. Please, no face cam. I like the face cam, you should keep it. Get rid of face cam. I love the face cam, really cool, Scrapman. Yeah. Hate the face cam. Nice video though. Really nice with the face cam. Your channel is improving all the time. Face cam. Loving the face cam. No face cam. Okay, so I think I'm starting to learn something here. It's impossible to please everyone. No matter what I do, some of you are going to be supportive and some of you just aren't. So I think in the end, it's just best for me to go with how I feel about it. So what I really want is for people to come to my channel because of what I bring to it, not just because they want to see a game that I happen to be the person playing. So Facecam lets me bring more of myself into my content and to connect more personally with you. So if that's not what you want, then I'm sure there's plenty of other channels for you. So let's get into some questions, shall we? So I'm going to start off with a couple of questions from my patrons. These are people who have donated to the channel through Patreon to support the content that they like. So I've decided to give them priority in the video on getting their questions answered. So John Bane, who's someone I play with in the Conan videos that you've seen, he asks, do you like broccoli? If so, cooked or raw? I think the simple answer to that is yes. Sir Firemouse asks, question 1, do you like turtles? I
like turtles.
Question 2, what editing software and recording software do you use? Well, currently I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro to edit, I'm using Photoshop to edit my thumbnails, and I am using PlayClaw to record my videos, and OBS to record my webcam. And I have a problem, he says. I want to build something for you, but I'm terrible at building. Well then, build something terrible. So a lot of you asked how old I am. The simple answer to that is 27. There's only a simple answer to that. It's not really complicated. Christian asks, how long have you been a YouTube? Andrew asks, what type of creation are you not good at making? Definitely logic-based creations. CP does ask, were you a good artist since you are very creative? Well, let's find out, shall we? I'm gonna draw a hot air balloon.
I see stairs, or oven, or anvil, or radio, or sword. Oh wait, no, it's hot air balloon.
Google thinks I'm pretty good at drawing so far. Let's give it another chance. We gotta do a fire truck. This one's gonna be a little bit more detailed.
I see stairs, or toothbrush, or keyboard, or pool. I see shoe.
Gotta put a
shovel,
ladder on it.
Or aircraft carrier.
There we are. Oh, don't forget some wheels.
Oh wait, no, it's fire truck.
See, fire truck. You see that fire truck? That is a fire truck. How about a church? Ready for this?
I see rake. Or hexagon. Oh wait, no, it's church.
Church. You see that? Church. So yes, I am a great artist. So a couple of people asked me about cars, if I'm a car guy, and if I like cars and what kind of car I have. Well, I'm actually not really a car guy. I don't really care about what type of car as long as it works and it has some decent tech inside of it that can hook up to my phone and do all the fancy things. If it gets good miles per gallon, I'm cool with that. Just more about functionality. I'm more of a practical kind of person as far as cars go. I don't really know much about them on the inside though. And as far as the car that I have, this is the one I'm currently driving. It's a 2013 Chevy Sonic. So here's an interesting question. Geos Gaming asks, how do you feel you changed from the beginning of your YouTube career? I've been here for a while, but I just want to see your answer. So that's actually a really good, like, thought-provoking, insightful question. The most obvious thing is I now have Facecam. I've also got a new PC. I've got a completely new rebuilt gaming rig. I've got new monitors. There's lighting equipment. I've basically improved my production value a lot. That's probably one of the bigger changes from it. Another big change is I've expanded my horizons to basically being a variety channel. I used to only do scrap mechanic, and then I realized that I didn't want to single source everything that I was doing. I wanted to be a little bit more versatile in my gameplay and show other sides of myself as well. So I've done stealth games, I've done RPG games, I've done other types of creative games. I really do like the creative elements in games though. So a couple people ask questions like, what did I do before YouTube, or what would I be doing if I wasn't doing YouTube, and things like that, and that actually has an interesting answer. Here's a couple of short clips of the type of stuff I did before YouTube and still kind of do now. So before I moved to California, I was actually a professional circus artist in Hawaii. I got paid to do circus stuff, juggling, acrobatics, comedy, just performing on stage in the circus type context. And yeah, so you got a little bit of a taste of the skills I've developed over the years as well. Ultra asks, are you still a student or have you completed your studies? I actually graduated from Hawaii Pacific University in 2012 with a degree in psychology. Scrapman, what was your first video game? I actually don't know. I remember having an original Nintendo, and it was very confusing to me. At least some of the games were, like I couldn't figure out how to play them, but I was very, very, very young at that point, so that probably has something to do with it. I remember this like skateboarding video game, and I couldn't figure out how to like turn the character in the right direction because it was like a top-down thing, and at that age, like my left from my right didn't make sense, especially when the character was going one way and turning right meant he was gonna turn left because that was his right but not my right, and it was just, I was too young, I couldn't understand it. Ooh, Minecraft Maxified asks, which is better, tacos or burgers? Oh, that's a tough question. I'm gonna have to say burgers. I think I'm gonna have to say burgers. I like both a lot, but I have a more consistent success with eating a burger than I do a taco, especially if it's a hard shell taco and then it like cracks down the middle and then everything spills out. That's just not a pleasant experience for me. So, but then again, burgers sometimes there's too much sauce on it and it just drips everywhere and then like the patty falls out. And anyone ever have a burger taco? I mean, what's the real difference between a taco and a burger? I mean, a burger is, you have meat, you have lettuce, you have cheese, and tomato between two pieces of bread. And a taco is meat, lettuce, cheese, and tomato in a folded piece of flour. I think we've just stumbled upon something amazing here. So Evan asks, do you play any games off of YouTube? Sadly, YouTube takes up a vast majority of my time, and it's gotten to the point where since this is actually my only source of income right now, I don't feel good about playing a game if I'm not doing it for YouTube, because I feel like I'm actually wasting productivity and wasting time. So anytime I'm playing a game, it's really for the purpose of creating something on YouTube. Sometimes I won't be playing and recording, like there's a lot of times I have to play a scrap mechanic behind the scenes in order to prepare something for a recording, but it's always geared towards doing something for you guys to watch on YouTube. So Aaron asks, why do you like building in sandbox games so much? Well, that's a good question. I think it's because I really got my start on YouTube with those games, and the only reason I think I was able to get a start is because building in sandbox games allows me to be me in the game. I'm not playing through the same process that everyone else has played through. I literally get to make my own goals and try to accomplish them. So I'm really kind of just expressing my own creativity through the game, if you know what I mean. In other games, you don't really get to see as much of who I am creatively, you just get to see who I am as a gamer and personality-wise. Tony asks, what do you look like with your hair down? DMD Productions asks, can you do a handstand? Well, let's find out. So as I said before, I did do circus arts and acrobatics and stuff for a living for a little while before I started YouTube, so yes, I can do a handstand. Moonbow asks, what was your inspiration to start your YouTube channel? Well, honestly, it was a lot of the fellow Scrap Mechanic players. I was building in Scrap Mechanic and I was just kind of mostly keeping to myself, but there were a couple of people that I would play with here and there. And increasingly people kept saying, oh, did you upload to YouTube? Do you have a YouTube channel? Did you upload your creation to YouTube? Start a YouTube channel. So I kind of just by popular demand started the YouTube channel because friends of mine were saying I should do it, so I have a place to put my creations, and that's when I did my first creation montage. So apparently a lot of you think I look like Jesus. Oh my god, it's Jesus. You kind of look like Jesus a little bit. Yeah, he does. You look like Jesus. All right, let's get to the bottom of this here. Jesus. Okay. Am I doing it? Am I Jesus yet? Gotta have thinner lips. What about this one? I don't have the beard. My beard isn't big enough. Wait a minute. Now I see it. So a lot of you also apparently think I look like the white version of Snoop Dogg. Why do you look like Snoop Dogg? You look like a white Snoop Dogg, lol. Homie, you are straight up a white Snoop Dogg. Can't tell if he's Snoop Dogg or a random person. All right, let's get to the bottom of this one. Is it, you gotta like, is that me? I think I need my eyes to be more relaxed. My Snoop Dogg now. Wait a minute. If I look like Jesus, but I also look like white Snoop Dogg, then does that mean Snoop Dogg is the black Jesus? So Benjamin asks, how hard is YouTube? And this is a really good question because there's a lot of different ways to do YouTube, so there's a lot of different ways to answer it, but YouTube is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. There's so much more that goes into it behind the scenes. I've put so much time into this every single week, you know, between recording the videos, editing the videos takes so much time, exporting the videos, then while the video's exporting, you gotta Photoshop a thumbnail that looks good, and you gotta wait hours for it to upload if your internet isn't that great, and then after it uploads, you gotta put your ends cards in there, you gotta put your your info cards in there. You gotta do your monetization settings. You gotta like go through your comments, make sure that your everything's all good. You gotta proof watch your videos, otherwise you risk uploading a bad video with a mistake in it. There's a lot of stuff that goes into YouTube. Adam asks, where did you from? Well, originally, I frommed Massachusetts, but then I goed to Hawaii, and now I is in California. So a lot of you asked, how did I get to know Komodo, Khan, and Moonbow, the people that I do Multiplayer Monday with every single week? So this is actually kind of a weird little story. I think Komodo was the first person I got into contact with because he saw some of my scrap mechanic creations on the workshop and he reached out to me asking if he could feature it on his channel, and I was like, sure, go for it. You're a lot bigger than I am. And I guess he also did the same for Moonbow. And then Moonbow invited Komodo to do a Formula 1 race. And they needed more people for the Formula 1 race, so Khan ended up getting in on it, and I got invited to it, and Diesel got invited to it, Diesel Designs, and Retrospects got invited to it. So this was actually the origin of Multiplayer Monday. The 6 of us got together and we did this big Formula 1 race, and for some reason, me, Komodo, Khan, and Moonbow just kept going with the multiplayer stuff, and it became like, well, we're doing it every Monday now, so Multiplayer Monday, here it goes, and that's how we met. So Ice Destroyer asked a good question, do you know anyone from Multiplayer Monday in real life? The answer is actually no, we have not met in real life. And I don't know if we're going to or not. Maybe the gaming convention will happen at some point that we'll all happen to go to, and that'll be an interesting day, if that does happen. Oh, this is a risky question. Out of Moonbow, Khan, and Komodo, who do you like the most? I'm gonna go with Conmundo. A couple of people asked me why I named myself Scrapman, and for those of you who weren't here in the beginning, this is actually kind of a complicated and interesting story. I was originally called Scrap Mechanist because I had no intention of being a YouTuber. I was just using YouTube as a kind of a place to upload scrap mechanic creation videos so I could share them within the scrap mechanic community. I had no intention of people who weren't in the scrap mechanic community finding me, and I had no intention of people actually coming to my channel without me sending them videos personally. So once I realized that this actually has a chance to support me and to become something more than just a hobby, I decided I needed to take it more seriously and to be able to not limit myself from expanding and becoming a bigger and better channel than I already am. So Scrap Mechanist seemed to confuse a lot of people. It made people think that I was a developer of the game. It made people think that I only cared about scrap mechanic as far as gaming, and I really didn't want to limit myself. So I decided I needed a different name, but a name that's not going to be completely out there and confusing for people who are loyal fans from the beginning. So I decided to keep the S and the M from Scrap Mechanist. That way I didn't have to change my logo. That's just me being a little bit lazy. And I decided to just name myself Scrapman. So now it has this kind of like superhero-like feel to it, and it's a lot easier to say, it's a lot easier to spell for sure, it's a lot easier to pronounce, and it's just overall easier. So Gister here asks, not a related question, but what is Patreon? So Patreon is basically a way for viewers to support channels they like on a monthly basis in exchange for some perks and rewards. So for example, if you become a patron of mine, you can choose between a $1 a month thing, a $5 a month thing, all the way up to like maybe 50 or 100, I don't know. And each one of those levels gets you an increasingly valuable perk. Like you get to see previews of thumbnails, you get personalized creations or things like that. It's just a way for people to kind of to support more directly their favorite creators rather than just watching their videos with the ads. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy my channel, if you enjoy me, and you want to support me other than just watching the channel, then feel free to go to the Patreon. I'll leave a link down in the description below. And anything, it just really, really helps. So I'm already super supportive. For all of you that are already donating, thank you guys so much. You're a part of what makes my channel possible. Rio Thunder asks, why are your hair weird? So Mr. Insane asked an interesting question that I've never thought about really before right now. He says, what is your address / P.O. box? I want to send some gifts to you if we're allowed to have your address, P.O. box that is. Well, it would be stupid for me to give out my actual address, and I do not have a P.O. box, but I know that some YouTubers get P.O. boxes to receive fan mail. I just never really thought anyone would want to send me any fan mail. I've never gotten any requests like that before, so I don't see a reason to pay for one right now, but I guess I'll leave it up to you guys. Would any of you actually send anything if I had a P.O. box address? Because I don't really see a reason to get one unless there's really a high demand for one, and I'm not sure if I really have no idea if there is one, so I guess that's pretty much up to you. So I guess let me know down in the comments if I got a P.O. box, would you definitely send something there? The Diamond Toast asks, what specs do you have? Well, I'll make it simple. I'm just gonna leave a link down below to an Amazon list of pretty much everything that's in my setup. A lot of you are really interested in my relationship status, and I don't know if that's weird or not, but I do have a wife. We've been married for a little over a year, about a year and a half, I guess. Freddie asks, Scrapman, do you have any pets? Well, this is Samantha. She's not technically our pet, we're fostering her, we've had her for a couple weeks, so we're just kind of like raising her and teaching her how to be a nice, personable dog. And she's been super nice and friendly so far. Never right from that. Say hi to the camera. Oh, okay, there she goes. Well, I hope you guys learned a little bit about me. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. This has been Scrapman, and I'll see you next time.